it's time for Saturday Stories with Miss Sharon. Last week, we read about some of the miracles that Jesus performed in our Laugh and Learn Bible. But this week, we're going to move on to the Spark Story Bible to continue reading about more miracles of Jesus. Have you ever known a person who is blind? Being blind means that you cannot see. And a person who is blind learns to be a really good listener to find out what's going on around them. In today's story, Jesus and his disciples were walking along near the town of Jericho when they were stopped by a blind man. Let's listen and find out what happened in this story called Bartimaeus Sees. Jesus did something amazing one day near the town of Jericho. He and his disciples were leaving for Jerusalem with a large group of people. Sitting all along the side of the road was a blind beggar named Bartimaeus. He heard the people walking by and talking about Jesus. When Bartimaeus figured out that Jesus was in the crowd, he knew just what to do. He was hoping Jesus could heal his eyes so that he could see again. In a very loud voice that everyone could hear, Bartimaeus shouted, "Jesus, please help me!" Many of the people who were with Jesus were upset that Bartimaeus was interrupting them, and they yelled back, "Be quiet! Stop bothering Jesus!" But Bartimaeus knew that Jesus could help him, so he shouted even louder, "Jesus, I need you to help me!" And suddenly, Jesus stopped. The people around Jesus grew so quiet that one little bird could be heard singing in a nearby tree. Jesus gently said, "Tell the blind man to come to me." The crowd called to Bartimaeus, "Get up! Jesus wants to talk to you." Bartimaeus was so excited that he threw off his dusty coat. He jumped to his feet and he made his way to Jesus. "What do you want for me to do to you?" Jesus asked kindly. Bartimaeus, whose faith was in Jesus, was very strong, and he said, "Please help me to see again." Jesus didn't even need to touch him. In a firm voice, Jesus said, "Go, Bartimaeus, because you believe in me and your eyes are healed." And right then, Bartimaeus could see. He saw Jesus and the crowd of people and even that little bird singing in the tree. Bartimaeus was so happy that he joined the crowd and followed Jesus. Would you have liked to be in the crowd when that happened? I would. I wonder how Bartimaeus felt. He was blind, and then all of a sudden, he could see. Last week, when we talked about faith, we talked about how faith is believing in something that you can't see. And this is certainly true of Bartimaeus. He had never seen Jesus, but he was a believer and a follower of Jesus. And Jesus healed him, and he had faith. In the Bible, it says in Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1, "Faith is the reality of what we hope for, the proof of what we don't see." So today, you can talk with your family about what was Bartimaeus hoping for. Do you think Bartimaeus would continue to believe in Jesus if he hadn't met him that day? And don't forget, you can read more about this story and the amazing miracles in the book of Mark in the New Testament and your family's Bible. I'll see you next week.